What if I told you there's a way to get top dollar for your home without all the stress? I'm sharing exactly how I help my sellers with my strategic marketing and my strategic pricing on how it can maximize their home value. So if you're ready to sell and you want results, this video is for you. You see, sellers get this mindset. It's not just about putting a for sale sign on the property and hoping for the best. It takes strategic preparation and expert guiding. So in this video, I'm going to be sharing those exact tips on how I help my sellers maximize their value and get their property sold with the highest amount possible. Let's get it. What's going on, guys? It's Cody with eXp Realty. I'm going to be sharing some tips on how I help my sellers maximize their value and get their property sold with the highest dollar amount. I want to share some tips for you guys in 2025's market, because in 2025 is going to be really a super big market with all the recent interest rates cuts, the recent presidential election. So it's going to be a lot of things changing in 2025. So why not share some tips on how I help my sellers maximize the value? Because at the end of the day, it's more than just putting a for sale sign on the property. There's a bunch of strategic ways on how I find my buyers and how I find those buyers looking to buy your home. Literally, it's not literally just putting it on social media or putting for sale sign out. There's a lot of strategic ways I'm going to be sharing on how I get my buyers from my sellers. So if you guys enjoyed this video and you need to resell or buy in Little Rock market or looking to sell, be sure to contact me down in the description below. And also, guys, be sure to follow all my social medias, my Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, for I post daily real estate vlogs of me trying to hit 100K a year and become the first success story in my family. But other than that, guys, I'm not going to hold you too longer in the intro. Let's jump right into the video. Number one, I recently just said this in the intro. You have to understand the market. Guys, realize that we're mainly going into a really big buyer's market in 2025. Like I said, with all the recent interest rate cuts, the recent presidential election, there's going to be a lot of things changing in the real estate market. But without all the national, changes, you need to understand your market. What is your market's statistics? Is it a seller's market? Is it a buyer's market? You need to do your due diligence, which is why I'm here for. I'm here to do those due diligences for you. But you need to really understand, what market are you in? What are the days on the market? What are the listings around it? What's your competition around it? You need to understand these factors to be aware that, hey, I got these people around me. I need to be aware of what's going on. Number two, to really maximize value, sellers need to know this. You need to learn how to prep your home and stage your home. You need to stage your home before those professional photos come around, professional videos come around. I talked about this in every one of my seller's guides videos. You need to actually be in the buyer's head and picture them living in there. Guys, I cannot stress enough, this literally works on me too. Whenever I'm showing my buyers listings, staging your home and making it look livable instead of just a vacant property really helps and get into this buyer's head of putting them in a situation where they are living in the home. It's literally psychology, guys, and it's as simple as it sounds. Guys, you can literally do this with not a lot of money, like under probably $2,000. You can really stage your home. Not even $2,000, it can be less than that, but it depends on how far you want to go with the furniture and everything you want to do when it comes to staging the home. That's up to you. But really, you need to get into the buyer's head whenever you want to sell a home, because at the end of the day, buying a home is an emotional and illogical decision. You're probably emotionally watching this video on, how can I, sell my home? How can I, sell my home in the right time frame and bring in the right buyers and bring it the highest amount possible? Because who knows, you're probably stressing, you're probably scared of the market in 2025. You may be confident in the market in 2025. These are all emotions going through your head, and you're going to make an emotional and illogical decision at the end of the day. Number three, I'd like to touch into this really heavily: high quality marketing. Literally every agent, just not every agent, but most agents mostly just do a for sale sign and probably a Facebook post. I do something what's called circle prospecting. A lot of agents don't necessarily do this, but this is where I call other homeowners around the area to let them know that your house is for sale, looking for active buyers. Not only that, you guys see the social proof. You see that I do a lot of video marketing. I do a lot of high quality photos for my sellers. I do Facebook and Instagram ads. I do what most of the normal agent would not do. And not only that, I do that very consistently. So if you're a seller who's looking for a consistent agent to update you weekly on what's around your property and you need competition, to update you how your property is going with probably open houses, you know, all the feedback that you need. If you need an agent who's looking to actually sell your house with everything I just said, be sure to contact me down in the description below. Let's negotiate. Let me get you the highest offer possible, and let's get your home on the market. Overall, guys, with this section, high quality marketing is basically just a short sentence of you need to do consistent marketing. So you can't just put a for sale sign and put a regular Facebook or Instagram post saying that it's for sale. Yeah, it may do well, but you have to do something consistent. Especially, you need to find qualified buyers. You need to skim through everybody who say they're interested but never want to make a move. This is where I come in. This is where I qualify buyers for my listings and make sure they get the right qualified buyer and get the property sold. Number 4, you need somebody who knows how to negotiate. This is also where I come into. At the end of the day, I'm representing you, you are a seller, and I'm getting you the highest amount possible. That doesn't matter if we have to sacrifice so many things. If I have to sacrifice my commission, if I have to sacrifice closing costs, if anything to get you the highest amount possible, because at the end of the day, it's all on you. I'm representing you, you're the client, you're the highest priority. If you don't have an agent who's really to negotiate and just letting you take anything, at this point, you're kind of destined to fail, because they fail as a due diligence as to bring you the highest amount possible. There's a case where I've seen some agents really, you know, only think about themselves commission-wise, completely forgetting about the seller's obligations on what they need to actually get out of the deal, what they need to net out of the deal, and only focused on themselves to get paid. I mean, of course, it's nice to get our commission check on what we, you know, negotiate at first in an offer, but at first we have to make sure our sellers are good before we get paid. A great example of this is basically bringing in a buyer that's clearly lowballing you, and you're probably a new seller who's probably not aware of what's going on, and the agents only think about themselves because they only want to get paid, and not even noticing that you're lowballing. They literally just took down like what, 70% of the average market value. For example, if your home is selling at 100K and somebody's offering 50K, and the agent is just completely fine and you're completely fine taking 50K, I mean, it's up to you though, but I kind of think that agent failed as a duty as to, you know, give the seller the highest amount possible, which is negotiation strategies. Counter offer. You need to learn how to counter offer. You need to learn how to negotiate commission. You need to learn how to negotiate in general. At the end of the day, the seller chose to hire you to give them the highest offer possible. But like I said, it's not always sweet, because you never know what the seller will take. Number 5, this is the last part. This is kind of controversial. The closing process. Guys, closing is not 100% guaranteed. I recently just experienced this. There could be a time where everything is just so smooth and good until either an inspection comes back, nothing looks good. So you can't really negotiate too much on the closing process, especially on the buyer side. If they change their mind, they change their mind. But you can still negotiate, you know, some things here and there. You can take some money off the listing price. You can offer incentives. You can offer, you know, to pay some closing costs to keep the deal alive. But at the end of the day, it's up to the buyer's decision, it's up to the seller's decision to keep that deal alive, to keep the closing process going. But in order to get a perfect closing, you have to make sure that both sides know and be aware of what they're getting into. That way there's no fix-ups. And also on the financial part, make sure your buyer financial is stable. Make sure they're good to close. You need to make sure everybody's aware of what they're getting into. I made this mistake recently where somebody got an inspection on one of my listings a while back, and the foundation was just all over the place. And that's what made the buyer back out of the deal, because it was a financial, you know, bad financial decision. We was not aware of that. And unfortunately, we lost on a buyer. You don't have to disclose everything, because legally you don't have to tell them everything, but tell them what they need to know in order to get the deal closed and make sure everything is smoothly closed. And that is it, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video on how I maximize my seller's value to get their property sold. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Was this good advice? Was you about to make this opportunity to sell in the 2025 market? Were you about to sell and you recently just stumbled upon this video and probably learned something? Let me know in the comments below. I want to see who made it this far in the video. You know, give me a thumbs up if you made it this far in the video. Drop it in the comments below. And guys, like I said earlier in the video, if you're looking to buy or sell in the Little Rock market or the Arkansas market in general, be sure to contact me down in the description below. So be sure to support the social media, my Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok, guys. guys, you guys are really loving the vlogs, and I'm loving the engagement that you guys are giving. But other than that, guys, I'll see you in the next one. Have a happy new year, guys. Let's get it.